I've got my list for this video. Not a real long list, but I do ramble on, so you got to kind of stick with me so you get all these, you don't miss something. Let me start up with this phone. Let me show this. This is not a real old phone. I bought this in January. I've got the worst luck with cell phones. This thing fell and it's damaged the screen. This is about 3 or 4 months. I had it about 2 months and it fell, cracked the screen. Now I couldn't get the SIM card out. What I was gonna do was pull the SIM card out and just switch it for the phone, because with Cricket you can do that. But the SIM card is stuck in there some way. Anyway, I went to, I got tired of messing with that phone because the screen was a real problem by hitting. I had to hit it a bunch of times to get it to do anything. So I got tired. I went over to Cricket. They charged me $10 for another SIM card for this phone. Now this phone did have a Cricket SIM card in there. I'd actually bought this phone from Cricket a number of years ago. I just used it periodically. But anyway, I activated this phone, and they said, well, if I can get the SIM card out of this phone, I can just push it. Well, you can't turn this phone off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let the battery run down in about 2 days and see if I can get the screen off of it, see if I can get the SIM card out of there. I didn't want to try to fish the SIM card out with wire and stuff with the phone working, because, I didn't really want to damage it. Once I've got it powered off and with the screen off of it, I might be able to fish it out from the front of it. I might be able to just fish a tiny wire and then get it out. I don't know. Just gonna see what I can do with it. Let me get to the next thing. Now in Dreams, watched most of Laura. Her YouTube channel is Nigella for me. Tell about how she doesn't care to dream, because they'll wake her up. Now I don't get that. Now I enjoy watching my trying to analyze my dreams. I don't have any problem about dreaming, than having them wake me up. Now, what Laura might do, what they recommend for people, if you can't remember your dreams, just keep what they call a dream journal. They have a little notebook and a flashlight beside your night table or whatever. Then when you have a dream, you just write the dream down so you remember it. Now, when going back to sleep, well, yeah, sometimes I'll sit for an hour or so before I go back to sleep. Sometimes I just go right back to sleep after a dream. Now, let me cover 2 dreams that I found interesting. One I had several nights ago. Seems that there was a ghost that was in the dream. Was a ghost that was moving some cupboards, some shelves or something around, and frightening me in the dream. Now, if that happened to me in real life, I'd certainly be trying to find out why the ghost was doing it. I'd try to ask the ghost, hey, why are you trying to get my attention in that way? Or just let the ghost know, because I've had ghosts, hide stuff of mine. I'd let the ghost know, say, well, I appreciate you bringing back what you've hidden. So I acknowledge the ghost, that they're there. Just say, well, you've got my attention. But anyway, Laura, her YouTube channel is Nigella for me. If you want to watch her videos. Now, middle of the night when I can't sleep, I just listen to YouTube videos. Some of the ghost stories. Well, the Wife Files. The Wife Files, there's subject matters all over the place. Haley Reese, Avery After Dark, Don't Scare Claire, the Wife Files. There's a bunch of them that, there's another one that do language. I'll quote them some other time. I'll give you the addresses of those. Sometimes I'll listen to those. Next thing I'm going to cover, for pop and for alcohol. Now, let me start with Sabina Hassenfelder about dark matter. This is Sam's Club or Walmart pop, rather. This is Diet Pop. Now, talk about dark matter. Now, I think nobody knows what dark matter is. How do we know that there's not a little bit of dark matter hidden, kind of mingling with that with this Diet Cola? Maybe there's some dark matter in there. I just pointed out to Sabina Hassenfelder. I didn't know there's not dark matter in there. Another, I think I can see a little bit of dark matter in there when I'm looking. There's probably a chunk or two of very, very tiny dark matter in there, because nobody knows what dark matter is. Now, there's another thing I want to cover. Now, there's I've seen a couple of videos on this. Now, what people will do, they'll take sugared fruit, drink like apple or there's different types of sugar fruit that you can buy. You can get like a bottle of it. Now, what I thought about buying, now those guys will take and put a bottle, mix brewer's yeast in there. They'll let the yeast turn the sugary drink to alcohol. Now I think I've got a whole bunch of these bottles. I think what I do is take these caps and modify it for an airlock. So I can watch the stuff bubble, watch the stuff give off carbon monoxide, so I kind of got an idea of what it's doing. Just let it bubble until it stops bubbling. That way I know all the sugar is turned to alcohol. Just curious, have like 3 or 4 bottles of different stuff. Find different sugary drinks that I can let ferment to alcohol, just to see what it tastes like. Just curious on what that would be like. Let's see. Okay, next one is for a police officer. Now, this was on the news yesterday. There was some undercover Phoenix police officers that were using Mexican license plates, like from some of the different provinces, some different states in Mexico. People were not real happy about it because, they were kind of questioning the legality of the Phoenix Police Department running around, with their undercover police cars with Mexican, state, the plates. I'm not sure if they were legally registered in Mexico or if they were just plates that they had used that were registered in Mexico, just borrowed the plates from something else. Yeah, I'm not sure how legal that is. And if I were a lawyer for a person that was pulled over in an undercover operation, I could see the lawyer taking the city of Phoenix to court over something like that. Some fancy lawyer might do that. Just say, if you're in the city of Phoenix and you see vehicles, because you see that all the time. You see all kind of vehicles with, most of them will have, I'd say about 70 to 80% of the vehicles in the state of Arizona will have Arizona license plates, but you will see states, places from other states. And you will see, because we're a border state, you do see quite a few people that do have plates from Mexico here in Arizona. That's legal until the plates expire. But anyway, that's what I think if I'd been caught in an undercover sting, something like that, I'd be a little bit upset too. Let's see, for forms. Now, like when I got the tax forms, I was thinking about. Now, I've been looking for these for a number of years. Every time I inquire upon, I've tried to file for moral bankruptcy. Every time I've tried to file for moral bankruptcy, they let me know that all the forms have already been used. Hang on, let me clear that. They let me know that all the forms have been used by, there are no longer any forms available. They've been used by politicians and lawyers. Lawyers have already used up all the forms that you need to file for moral bankruptcy. Let's see. The next one is for Alexa XJ669. Alexa X69 or 669. But anyway, she said that she knows how to wrench on stuff. Chick, I think you're watching my videos. Hey, do a collab video with me where we're wrenching on something. We'll get something that's been sitting for years, somebody's yard. Somebody that wants to sell it cheap. Maybe there's a vehicle that you want to add to your collection that's not running, and you need somebody to help you get it running, get it roadworthy, and then drive it back to Michigan, or maybe you want to take it to another state. I don't know. Hey, we'll do a collab video where we're both wrenching on something, getting it ready to go. Love to do that with you. Or if any of the chick is a gearhead and wants to do a collab video with me where we're both wrenching on something, hey, let me know. And we'll sit down and discuss how we're going to do it. And, maybe we can take turns wrenching on something and holding the camera. Or we can set up a camera and a tripod where we're both wrenching on something. You just got to kind of figure that out. Because I know how to do automotive stuff, but I haven't done very many. I've never done anything where I'm actually wrenching on something. I did a video on my pickup where I was talking about some of the electrical issues, where I had the oil leak. I pulled apart, did a seal. There was a bolt stripped off or broke it off, and I put that bolt back. Now, the valve covers I got those off of the gaskets. I got those off Amazon. Now, but they didn't quite work right because they're for a different year. So sometime I need to go through and redo the valve cover gaskets because I got a periodic oil leak in there. I'm thinking that's where it's at. It's the valve cover gaskets. So I might just take them off and silicone them real good. if I'm going to take a valve covers back off again, I'd prefer just to get the right gaskets and put them in there and then be done with it. Let's see if I covered everything here. I think I've covered everything here. Okay, ciao. Bye con Dios. Mahalo, das Vistanya, Wiedersehen, Orva. I got all the ones I know. Oh, das Leben ist ein Abenteuer. Das Leben ist nicht einfach. And c'est la vie. Bye.